Most people don't feel lost in their 20s because they're doing something wrong. They feel lost because nobody ever taught them who they are. And suddenly, you're an adult with expectations you never asked for, an identity you didn't choose, and a future you're supposed to be excited about, but secretly terrifies you. You're not failing, you're waking up. Today, we're going to talk about why your 20s feel like a crisis, and why that crisis is not a sign of weakness, but a sign of growth. The truth is simple. Your 20s are not the best years of your life. They're the most overwhelming. You're figuring out who you are, who you're not, what you want, what you fear, what wounds you're carrying, and what kind of person you want to become. But you're doing all of this while pretending you have it together. Everyone is posting pictures of their success, their relationships, their travels, their careers. And you're just trying to breathe. What you're experiencing is not failure. It's identity formation, the most chaotic psychological phase of your adult life. You're expected to decide your entire future before you've even figured out your past. You're told to find your passion, build your career, become financially stable, find your soulmate, stay healthy, don't waste time, enjoy your youth, all at once. Your brain isn't built for this much pressure. Psychologists call it role overload, when the number of life expectations far exceeds your emotional capacity. That tightness in your chest isn't laziness, it's burnout, the kind that comes from trying to live 10 lives at once. Your 20s are not a race, but everything around you makes it feel like one. Here's something no one tells you. Most of your personality in your early 20s is a mask, a collection of survival strategies you developed growing up. People-pleasing, perfectionism, avoiding conflict, hiding emotions, overachieving, emotional detachment, chronic independence. These were not choices. These were adaptations. But when you enter adulthood, the world demands a stable identity, and your entire psychological system cracks. You start asking yourself, who am I without achievements? Who am I without validation? What do I actually want? What if I've been performing a version of myself that was never real? That feeling of emptiness, that confusion, that disconnection from your own life. That's not depression. That's identity collapse. When the old version of you dies, and the new one hasn't been born yet. It's painful. It's disorienting. It's necessary. Emotional burnout in your 20s doesn't come from working too much. It comes from feeling too much. Too many possibilities, too many expectations, too many failures, too much comparison, too much pressure to be perfect. Psychologists say the human brain is wired for stability, but your 20s are pure instability. You're not meant to have life figured out. You're meant to explore, fail, rebuild, and try again. But because you think you should be further ahead, you carry guilt, shame, self-judgment. No wonder you're exhausted. You're fighting your own humanity. Feeling behind is not an emotional experience. It's a cognitive distortion, a mental illusion created by comparison. You don't compare yourself to what's real, you compare yourself to the highlight reels of others. You don't see their failures, their breakdowns, their self-doubt, their loneliness. You only see what they're proud of. So of course you feel behind. The truth is, everyone is lost. Some people just hide it better. Your 20s are meant for confusion, questioning, experimenting, failing, rebuilding, unlearning, learning, discovering what hurts, discovering what heals, discovering who you're becoming. This is not chaos. This is construction. You are building a life from the inside out. Identity is not found, it is created. Piece by piece, choice by choice, experience by experience. Your 20s are not about knowing who you are, they're about learning who you're willing to become. You're not behind, you're not failing, you're not broken, you're evolving. Your 20s are the decade where you lose yourself just enough to finally meet the person you're meant to be. And that feeling of being lost, that's the compass, not the enemy. If you feel lost, you're on the right path. If this video made you feel seen, you're not alone. Your 20s don't come with a map, but they do come with a direction, forward. Thank you for watching Theater of Life. Take a breath. You're exactly where you're meant to be.